Welcome to Sternberg's Triarchic Theory in the Classroom. This is Group 4's lecture, and Group 4 consists of Amber Troth, Marcela Nicolini, Justin Bell, Caitlen Edwards, Matthew Greene, and Courtney Tucker. Our main topic today will be how can Sternberg's Triarchic Theory be applied in the classroom? After we discuss Sternberg's theory, we'll talk a little bit more about fostering creativity in the classroom and how authentic activities can encourage intelligent behavior in regards to Sternberg's theory. Our learning objectives today are that learners will be able to apply Sternberg's triarchic theory to the classroom. Learners will be able to develop activities that better foster creativity, and learners will be able to identify the importance of authentic activities. Sternberg's theory has three kinds of intelligence. According to Robert Tigner, on Triarchic Theories of Intelligence, Aristotle and Sternberg, analytical intelligence is what we use to analyze, compare, and evaluate, which are all necessary for successful problem solving and involve critical thinking. Examples in the classroom are Venn diagrams, suggesting solutions for real-world problems, and analyzing statistical data. Practical intelligence involves applying knowledge and skills effectively to manage and respond to everyday problems. This is going to be more procedural and involves how-to knowledge. Examples of this could be experiments, hands-on activities, and authentic activities, which we will dive into later. Creative intelligence involves imagination, invention, and synthesis. These synthesis of ideas need to be within the context of new situations. Examples of this in the classroom are asking thought-provoking questions, encouraging divergent thinking, and allowing students to make mistakes. For more information, you can check out Lisa Roundy's video titled Sternberg's Triarchic Theory of Intelligence on study.com. So how can we foster creativity in the classroom? We can first look at why fostering creativity is a good idea, and that is because of sophistication through maturity. So as learners grow older, they're more likely to become more creative. This will create new and original behaviors and finally lead to higher levels of productivity. Now, how does this apply to Sternberg's theory? It all goes back to divergent thinking, which is taking one idea and turning it into multiple different directions. According to Oregon Kruckner, using techniques to increase literacy comprehension is also a great way to foster creativity. Creating how-to books is a great example of how to accomplish this. For more information on how to foster creativity in the classroom, check out Wynne Goodfried's video titled How to Advance Creativity in a Learning Environment on study.com. So how can we apply this to the classroom? We can demonstrate that the creative thoughts that our students have are valued and ask thought-provoking questions to intrigue our students. Allow for creativity in their assignments beyond just answering a question for A, B, C, or D. Encourage metacognitive thinking strategies, and let students take risks and learn from the mistakes, as well as mentioned earlier, working on literacy comprehension, which goes back to an example of creating how-to books. How can authentic activities encourage intelligent behavior? In order to analyze how the authentic activities can encourage intelligent behavior, we first have to understand what Sternberg's idea of intelligent behavior was. In Ormrod's book, she describes intelligent behavior according to Sternberg's definition, which involves the interplay of the following three factors: environmental context, prior experiences, and cognitive processes, or how a person thinks. Authentic activities can be defined as real-world activities. These are going to be things like word problems, debates. So with the political campaign coming up, this is a great way to enact a real-world activity, balancing a checkbook, or any activity that can really arouse a student's personal interest beyond the classroom. For more information on authentic learning activities, you can check out Jade Mazarin's video, Authentic Learning Activities, Examples and Concepts, again on study.com. So what's the importance of authentic activities and why is it important to have these in the classroom? Well, according to Marilyn Lombardi, authentic activities are more important than ever, and this is because on her stance called Authentic Learning for the 21st Century, she tells us that the half-life of information is getting shorter. So it's also important because it helps students to make connections with what they're learning in the classroom and what they go home and see on TV or in their real life. It also promotes meaningful learning as opposed to just rote memorization that a lot of schools do today. So how does all of this fit into Sternberg's theory? Well, Sternberg's three types of intelligence, as discussed earlier, are creative, practical, and analytical, all focus on problem solving and how we can overcome real-world obstacles once we leave school. So we can apply this in the classroom by, again, doing these authentic activities. So any real-world activity like a political debate, um, experiments like in science, or budgeting. We can also use problem-based learning, which allows students to acquire new knowledge and skills while they're working on a complex problem. So for example, giving the students a way to solve littering at their local park. This involves their community and allows them to get involved in something that isn't just in school. Service learning is very similar, but it's usually outside of the community and contributes to the benefit of all others. So this is on a bigger picture, such as focusing on the struggle for clean water. In conclusion, Sternberg's triarchic theory can be used to help students learn in a variety of ways. So those students that are already creative, they can become a lot more analytical. They can learn how to apply this knowledge practically, which is a big concern for some students as they're always asking, well, how does this knowledge going to help me once I leave school? And using Sternberg's theory to help students learn can really help prepare these students for real-world problems and give them a chance to make it in the future and with their following careers and endeavors. Altogether, Sternberg's theory is really about taking the classroom and moving it on into the outside world for these students so that they can succeed beyond their academic primary school years. Here are a list of our references. And these are also where you can find the links for the videos mentioned in the slides above. Thank you for listening today. We hope you enjoyed it.